Simple Minded Symphony with their self-titled album. And they're an indie-ska band from Seattle who currently released their second album. And this album was released through the label Ska Punk International. And similar to the label, Bad Time Records, they release albums from up-and-coming ska punk bands all over the globe. I'm a fan of ska music, but I don't find myself getting excited about it like I did in the late 90s. But I was really curious about hearing a group from Seattle that doesn't play like grunge or has depressing lyrics about heroin. They kind of blend ska with like grunge, which is intriguing to me. I believe that's called like scrunge.
I've never heard that, but hey, anything's possible.
We coined a phrase here. So Simple Minded Symphony has 6 members. You got the 3 members that play guitar, drums, and bass. The bass player's name is Kevin. He handles the lead vocals. Then you got the standard 3-piece horn section, consisting of the 3 members playing like trumpet, trombone, and saxophone. This album that we're talking about only has 8 tracks, but the songs are pretty lengthy, giving it plenty of time for them to showcase their musicianship. The opening track is called Over It. You didn't know it was a ska band.
No, I just clicked on it, and then as soon as it started, I was like, all right, this is ska. It just hits you with the ska, and it's very groovy. And I was like, oh, all right. I was grooving out.
Yeah, Mitch is actually right. The song's got the ska guitar upstrokes for the verses, a little more punkier hook, but catchy at the same time, repetitive, but rhythmic horns layered over the top. Kevin's like vocals I thought really stood out to me because all that stuff's happening that you would hear in ska music, but the way he sings is like not so punky or raspy or bratty. It's very calm and soothing, his vocals. I thought the lyrics were really decent about like friendships running its course with like both parties sharing some blame.
When you like mention his like vocals being really great, like I really felt that on the next track, which is Feather. I thought that was so dope. Like it was just like pretty like chill and calm, just like him singing in the beginning, like the guitar. And then it's just like the horns come in, and I'm like, immediately, I just want to start bopping. They're really fucking talented. Like, it's like musically, like the way that the things that they're able to do, I'm like this is impressive.
Ditto. Some songs you'll probably compare them to other third wave ska bands, but then there's some songs like Mitch mentioned where they're like doing something a little different.
Because I feel like with some ska stuff that we've listened to in the past, I'm like, all right, like I get it, you know, but with this, there was enough happening, and like they're talented enough that I was never like, all right, what's next? You know, it's just like, oh, sweet, what's next?
Yeah, to get out the way, the bands that they do sound like. The song Sanity was really like sunny and happy, like that SoCal sound that you would hear from like a band like Sublime, especially the part when he's doing kind of like rappy verse. It's just having a good time, man. Just digging the vibes, man.
I'm like, this must have been like just so fun to record, you know, like they're having a good time.
The instrumental called Click, I think would remind people like Streetlight Manifesto, where there's like all this brass soloing happen, the ska rhythms. It's not a carbon copy of Streetlight Manifesto, but maybe you think of them. And then a song called Wave Breaker, you know, the same thing, Streetlight Manifesto vibes, instrumentation's there, backing vocals is the same thing, but I think what makes you think of Streetlight Manifesto is that song is about sailing the seas, which I think Streetlight has like covered that whole topic before, you know. But when that song begins, there's like this really chilled out horn section that reminds me of like the band Mephistopheles. So if you're not listening to Mephistopheles, you're f***ing up, because if you're into ska and you're into like worshiping the devil, it's like right there for you. Were you f***ing with those like more ska traditional songs?
Yeah, I love Click. I love a good just like instrumental moment on any album. That's mainly what I like about ska. I'm a slut for like horns and stuff. It was cool just kind of like let the instruments have their track. Wavebreaker was cool. That one felt like a little heavier for me too, and I like my heavy shit, so I was really into that.
Well, that means you're the same way with me. Is I love fast, upbeat ska stuff with like where we can violently skank in the pit. So like the song Deceivers and Non-Believers is like a bop to me. I dig like the gloomy vibe, and it's like uplifting as the gang vocals like come in. It's like a catchy chorus. Hands in the mortar, eyes of the leader, caught in the wake. We are the non-believers. And then there's a part in the song towards the end where it gets like really fast for the final chorus. And I wish that part was a little bit longer. Even that mafioso clarinet solo at the end. I'm like, yeah, this is like what I really like about that song. So what do you think of that last song? What was it called? Overcast?
Yeah, Overcast. I thought that was a great closer. Just amazing ska vibes all the way through. I mean, I'm not as like an expert in ska as you are. They're all so goddamn talented. I can't say it enough. They really they put everything into this, it feels like.
Yeah. And the last song I thought was cool about it is it's like 6 minutes long, similar to like Fishbone's Party at Ground Zero. I shouldn't really compare both songs because obviously one is more of a icon than the other. But this song that they did has like the tempo changes, like the build-ups, the horn sections, the rock steady grooves, and it's an absolutely perfect song I thought they ended the album with. And there's two songs that we should mention that are not like so traditional ska. And as a professional puppet critic, I feel like I should mention that I've grown wary of the formulaic bands that do that ska thing. And I like that this band is like kind of like taking risks, taking chances on the sound. Mitch mentioned the song Feathers, which I think has like a more of a jazzy, bluesy like feel to it. There's like some like great bass lines on that song. It's like the best bass lines I've heard on a song in a long time. It's really progressive. It's like actually like a kind of like a bass solo happening right there. The other song, Armistice, is that how you say it? Armistice?
Yeah, I think so. Armistice.
That was like a kind of a mixture of ska and emo, which I haven't heard that happen since the Arcs Bandits on their album Progress. Would you say that's like schemo?
Yeah. Okay, we're creating all these new words today. Yeah, I liked that. Like you pulled me out of all the darkest places, like that line. I was like, oh, word, that's nice.
Yeah, great song too.
Like a lot of ska stuff, it's like I'm not even like paying attention to the lyrics as much because it's just like
you're skanking so much.
Yeah, I'm just like moving too much. Pick it up.
Yeah.
But like for this, I was like, these lyrics have like meaning and it's cool,
So yeah, 8 tracks. I think we covered them all. I guess I'll go first with this. I think the album is between being just okay and really great, and I dare I say it's fairly good. It's not the ska Seattle grunge combo I was anticipating, but maybe the world is not ready for Scalus in Chains.
Nice.
So I'm giving this album a really high down with this, which means listen to it for free or support the band by purchasing the album on their Bandcamp page. I think they really deserve everything they get. What do you think?
Well, again, I'm not like the ska guy, but from the ska I've heard throughout the years, I'd put this up there. I genuinely think that this was like really fucking good. They're a really talented group of people, and there were so many things to just keep it interesting. It kept me engaged more than I think a lot of other ska things I've listened to have. So with all that in mind, I would honestly buy this. I'd love to support these guys, and I think if you're a ska fan, you should check it out. I think if you're unfamiliar with ska, listen to this and maybe you will be.
Yeah, so Bandcamp, and also if you guys have an actual physical copy of a vinyl, let us know and we'll pick it up as well. That would be skawsome.
Like and subscribe, folks.